Welcome students, this is Ravi Shankar. Happy to see you, and in this video I am going to deal with the questions that has been already asked in the competitive examinations. So this video is meant for the aspirants who are ready to study for NEET, then AIEEE, IIT, like that. So take the full concentration, and if you are having any doubt, you just post it in the comment box or in the inbox. I will answer. First of all, you just subscribe my video and indicate that bell button so that you will be able to get the notifications whenever I am posting a video. Thank you. So let us move on to the problem. So the first problem, and this first problem asked in IIT, and it was being asked in IIT Advanced. So this was being asked in IIT, and the year is 1986, and it is asked as advanced question paper. In the advanced question paper, this question was being asked. So let us consider, what is the question? Two equal balls, each having a positive charge, are suspended by two insulating strings of equal length, L meters, from a hook fixed to a stand. So you are having a stand. From that you are having two equal or two not equal, we can say it out as what? Two small balls, not equal balls, two small balls. So let us take two small balls of each of having positive charge or suspended. See, when there is no charge, then the two balls will be like this, one nearer to that of the other. When these two balls are given with what? When the two balls are given with the positive charges, then what will happen? When the two balls are given with positive charges, then the two balls will get repelled with each other, because this positive charge and this positive charge, same type of charges, will repel each other. One of the ball will move towards the left and another ball will move towards the right. What is the next one? The length of the string, it was being given as L. Then the whole setup is taken into a satellite in space where there is no gravity, or where the gravity is zero. If it is in ground or if it is in earth, then on each and every ball you will be having an vertically downward force acting on it. The vertically downward force acting on it is considered to be m into g, as long as this setup is available in the earth. Now what they are telling, this setup is taken to what? This setup is taken to satellite. See, in satellite it was being given that the acceleration due to gravity g equal to 0. So when you are taking it to the satellite, what it is asked? Two things they have asked. What is the angle between the two strings? This angle they have asked. The next one, what is the tension in the string? Tension means the force. See, when you are taking it to the satellite, this mg is 0. There is, because since there is no gravity, there is no gravitational pull. But one of the charge will be repelling the another charge to the maximum. If one of the charges repelling the other charge to the maximum, means the two balls will be available like this from the point of suspension. So the angle between the two balls will be equal to 180 degree. So I can say, see, as the two balls, I can get the answer like this: as the two balls are in the state of weightlessness, there is no gravity acting. So we can say the two balls are acting in the state of weightlessness. The string becomes horizontal. The string becomes horizontal. Since the string becomes horizontal, then we can say that angle between them, theta, is equal to 180 degree. Okay, one of the concept is over. What is the next one? The next one they have asked this is angle. Okay, what is the next one they have asked? The tension in the string. See, this positive charge and this positive charge are repelling each other. If they are repelling each other, from the point of suspension, you will be having a force acting on both the sides. The force that is acting on the string, we are calling it out as what? We are calling or taking it as tension. What is the tension? You just calculate the force between the two charged bodies, that will be the tension. So I am writing it here. So I can write the tension available is equal to, okay, I am writing it here. So I can write tension is nothing but what? Tension is nothing but force. What is the force available in between the two bodies? The force available in between the two charged bodies is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into one of the charge is Q, another charge is also Q. So Q1 into Q2 is Q into Q. You will be getting it as Q square divided by. What is the distance between them? From the center to one of the charge, the distance is L. Similarly, from the center of suspension O2, the charge is considered to be another L. So from this sphere to the another sphere, the total distance is considered to be 2L the whole square. So which one is the answer? So answer is taken to be what? Answer is taken to be the option A. So this is how we can able to get the answer for the first problem. Hope you should have understood this. Okay. Welcome students. The next question number 2. A charge Q is placed at the center of the line joining two positive charges capital Q. The system of the three charges will be in equilibrium if small q is equal to. So 4 options are being given. One is q by 2. The second one B minus q by 4. The third one C, which is considered to be what? Which is considered to be plus q divided by 4. And the fourth one, let us consider it as plus q divided by 2. So this is option A and this is option B, and this one let us consider it as option C, and let us consider this as option D. So let us go the problem again. A charge Q is placed at the center of the line joining two equal positive charges. So first of all, let us consider two equal positive charges. One at this point, here I am having one charge plus Q, and at some other distance I am having another charge considered to be plus Q. At the center or at the midpoint, I am having another charge considered to be Q. I am taking the positions like this. This position I am taking it as 1. This position I am taking it as 2. This position I am taking it as 3. What it is asked, this system should be in equilibrium. When you are considering the system, this plus q and this small q will have an repulsive force because both are considered to be positive. Similarly, when you are considering this plus q and this charge, you will be having another force. So what we can consider is the distance between this plus q and this small q, I am taking it as x. This distance I am considering it as another x because this plus q is considered to be at the center. For equilibrium, what should be the condition? In order to get all the three charges to be in equilibrium, the charge q must be negative. Why I am saying that this charge q must be negative? Because this positive charge will be pulling this charge towards this direction. This positive charge will be pulling this in this direction. I am taking this as force on the second charge, or I can say the force on what? The force on the first charge by the third charge. The force on the first charge by this third charge also in this direction. When you are considering the second charge will be pulled towards the third charge. So I can say, or how I can say it out as F12 or F14, or I can say F23, etc. So in this case, let us consider like this. See, for equilibrium, Q must be negative. For equilibrium, Q must be negative means I can calculate F13 and I can calculate F12. See, when F13 and F12, what is F13? F13 is this one. Because this is also positive, so there is a repulsive force. What is F12? F12 is this force, okay, this second force, force on the first charge by the second charge. So this will be along this direction. Which one? F12. When both are equal, then we can say that the system is said to be in equilibrium. Or you can also say like this. See, F12, it should be equal to F23. Then also you will be getting the answer. Force on the first charge by the second charge, or the force on the second charge by the third charge. Then also, if both are equal, then also we can say that the system is said to be in equilibrium, or like this. Force on the first charge by the third charge, or force on the first charge by the second charge. This is repulsive, this is attractive. When both are equal, then also we can able to get what? Then also we can able to get the answer. But why I am taking this instead of this means, I have to get the answer in terms of capital Q. So I am writing this. What is this F13? F13 is K into force between the first charge and the third charge. K, instead of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, I am considering it as K. What is Q1? It is capital Q. What is Q2? It is another capital Q divided by this first charge and the third charge are separated by a distance of 2x. So I can write 2x the whole square is equal to, what is F12? Force on the first charge by the second charge. Instead of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, I am writing it as K. One of the charges capital Q, another charge is small q, divided by, what is this distance? This distance I am considering it as x. So you will be getting it as x square. Simplify this, you will be getting it as, what is the answer then? K into q square divided by 4x square is equal to K into capital Q into small q divided by x square. See, on simplifying, I can write what? On simplifying, I can write this x square and this x square will get cancelled. This q square and this, so one of the q will be remaining, this q will get cancelled. This k and this k will get cancelled. So what will be the answer then? The answer will be q divided by 4 is equal to small q. So the answer is q divided by 4 is equal to what? Is equal to small q. See, this small q is acting towards the negative x-axis, force on the first charge by the second charge. So you are getting it as minus. So the answer is, we can take it out as small q is equal to minus of q divided by 4. Hope you should have understood. If you are using this, then the q will get cancelled. So we are not using this, but the concept is correct. The force between these two and the force between these two are considered to be equal. What I have taken is, when I am taking the charge at position 1 and charge at position 3, you are having a repulsive force. And if you are considering the force between the charge plus q and the charge that is available at the center, that is minus q, then I am saying it as what? Attraction. So what will be the, what is there? That is attraction. So this repulsive force and the attractive force, when both are equal, the system is said to be in equilibrium. So I have calculated. But what I have told initially, I have told that for equilibrium q must be negative. So therefore the value of small q is equal to minus of q divided by 4 as the answer. Hope you should have understood. So question number 3, and this question has been asked in IIT 83, and this question is asked in IIT 83. Okay, this is also an IIT advanced question, and it is asked in IIT 83. See, a small metal ball is suspended in a uniform electrical field with the help of an insulated thread. If a high energy X-ray beam falls on it, then 4 options are given. The ball will be deflected opposite to the direction of the field. The ball will be deflected in the direction of the field. The ball will not get deflected, and the ball will move to infinity. What is the answer? See what it is happening. A small metal ball is suspended in a uniform electrical field. If it is a charged metal ball means then a force will be acting on it, but it is not a charged metal ball because it is an ordinary metal ball, neutral. But if a high energy X-ray beam falls on it, what will happen? When a high energy beam knocks or falls on that metal ball, then that metal ball will get ionized. That is, the electrons are being knocked out of that metal ball. When electrons are knocked out of that metal ball, then that ball will get charged, positively charged. When the ball is said to get positively charged, then the electrical field that is available inside will be acting on that ball in order to produce a force. The force produced on that positively charged body will be in the same direction as that of what? As that of the electrical field. So what will be the option then? So you can able to get the option as the ball will be deflected in the direction of what? The ball will be getting deflected in the direction of the electrical field. So I am writing the reason for this answer. So what is the solution? So the solution that I am saying is, I can write like this. See, the X-ray beam when falls on the metal ball, will knock out the electrons from it. So what will happen? So the ball becomes positively charged. So the ball, okay, so we can say the ball becomes positively charged. Ball becomes positively charged. When the ball becomes positively charged, the electrical field develops a force. The electrical field develops a force, and the force deflects the ball in the same direction of electrical field. In the same direction of electric field. Hope you should have understood. When the X-ray beam is made to fall on the ball gets ionized. That is, electrons are being removed. So the ball becomes positively charged. That positively charged ball is now available in the uniform electrical field, will experience a force. The force experienced on an positively charged body will be acting in the same direction as that of the electrical field. So the answer is the ball will be deflected in the direction of what? The ball will be deflected in the direction of the field. So question number 4. 3 positive charges of equal values small q are placed at the vertices of an equilateral triangle. The resulting lines of force should be sketched as in. See, you are having 3 charges, and all the 3 charges are of positive value, and the values are considered to be q, placed as the 3 corners of an equilateral triangle. In all the diagram, these points are representing the charge, arranged in what? Arranged in the form of an equilateral triangle. If so, how will be the electrical lines of force? That is our question. See, for that, let us go for the option odd man out. Let us consider the first point, how I can able to get that answer. See, the while studying the properties, you might have studied that electrical lines do not form any closed loops. So the first concept is electrical lines do not form, okay, they do not form closed loops. Say they do not form closed loops means here you see in B you are having an closed loop and in D also you are having closed loops. So B and D both are considered to be wrong. About this B and D are not the answers. Then what is the second one? When you are considering, we can say that the electrical lines of force always start from the positive charge and terminate at the negative charge. Here it is not the case. If this is a positive charge, see, 3 positive charges they have given. If the electrical line start from one end and if it is terminating at the other end, means one should be positive and another should be negative. But here both are considered to be positive. All the 3 are considered to be positive. So it is not possible to get a diagram like that given in A. So I can say electrical lines, the second property is electrical lines start from positive charge and terminate at what? And terminate at negative charge. But all the 3 charges are considered to be positive. So we can't able to get a diagram like A. So A is wrong. So A is wrong. So we have proved that, or we have told that A is wrong, B is wrong and D is wrong. So what will be the answer? So the answer is what? Answer is C. The option C is considered to be the answer. And this question asked in, this also asked in IIT and it is asked in the year 2001. Okay. The previous question also asked in IIT in 83. Okay. This is the question number 4. Let us see the question number 5 now. So the next problem, it is the problem number 5. What is this problem number 5? And this problem is also asked in IIT and this problem asked in the year 2012. See, what is that problem? 2 large vertical and parallel metal plates, I have drawn the diagram, having a separation of 1 centimeter are connected to a DC voltage source of potential difference X. In between the 2 plates, the potential difference applied or the voltage applied is considered to be X. Now a positively charged particle proton is released at rest from the midway between the 2 plates. It is found to move at 45 degrees to the vertical just after the release. Calculate the value of X in volts. You see, I have drawn the diagram. I have considered 2 metal plates. Let us take like this. One of the metal plate I am taking it as AB and another metal plate I am taking it as CD, and the 2 metal plates are kept parallel to each other and the distance between the 2 metal plates are considered to be 1 centimeter. Now inside this you are having what? In between the 2 you are having what? In between the 2 you are having a potential difference. See, we have studied that the electrical field in between the 2 is given by the formula dV divided by dx. We have studied this relation. E is equal to minus of dV by dx. So there is an electrical field in between the 2 plates. Now in that electrical field a proton is released. When a proton is released, automatically the proton is moving along this direction, making an angle of 45 degree with the vertical. So this is considered to be, this direction is considered to be the resultant direction of the proton. Now that the resultant direction means along that you will be having the resultant force also. The resultant force is now resolved into 2 components. The resultant force F, which is acting at an angle of 45 degree to the vertical, is resolved into 2 components. One along the vertical and another one along the horizontal. The vertical component I am considering it as the downward force, that is M into G. And the horizontal force, the force due to the electrical field, which I am taking it as what? I am taking it as E into Q. So, what will be the solution? You are asked to calculate what? You are asked to calculate the value of V. So, I can write this EQ should be equal to this mg, then only the resultant direction will be at an angle of 45 degree to the vertical. What is this EQ? How I can write V? E can be written as, in general, V divided by D multiplied it with the charge Q is equal to M into G. You are asked to calculate V, which is given as X. So I am writing it as V equal to X, that I have to calculate, that is equal to M into small g into D divided by, take this Q to the denominator. So the value of the potential X is equal to, what is this value? What is M? M is considered to be mass of the proton. As we know, mass of the proton is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kilogram. And what is the G? You just consider G as 10 meter per second square. Then they have given the distance 1 centimeter. So I can write 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. Then charge Q, we are taking it as 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. You take this and substitute it here. What is this mass? It is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kilogram multiplied with G, it is 10 into, what is the distance? It is 10 power minus 2 whole divided by charge. I can write it out as 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So you can simplify. This 1.6 and 1.6 will get cancelled. When you are subtracting this 10 power minus 19, here it is 10 power minus 27. So here you will be getting 10 power minus 8. Then what is the answer? If you are cancelling this 10 power minus 7, here you are getting it as 10 power minus 2. So the potential X will be equal to 10 power minus 9 volt as the answer. This we are taking it as, or this we are considering it as the potential difference between the two plates. Clear? See, here I have to apply the condition that if you are getting the resultant force acting on the proton is considered to be 45 degree to the vertical means, then the vertical component and the vertical force and the horizontal force are considered to be what? Are considered to be equal. So the vertically downward force is mg and the horizontal force that is acting is due to the electrical field that is developed, that is E into Q. When you are equating, then you can able to get what? Then you can able to get the potential difference in between the two plates, which is given as 10 to the power of minus 9 volts. So question number 6. Consider the charge configuration and a spherical Gaussian surface as shown in the figure. In the figure, inside the Gaussian surface, you are having the charge plus Q1 minus Q1, and outside the Gaussian surface, you are having the charge Q2. While calculating the flux of the electrical field over the spherical surface, the electrical field will be due to. So 4 options are being given. One is Q2, the second one only the positive charges, and the third one all the charges, and the fourth one Q1 and minus Q2. Or you can say that plus Q1 and not minus Q2. We can say it out as let us take, instead of this Q2, it is considered to be what? It is considered to be Q1. Okay, it is considered to be Q1. So, okay, see, consider the charge configuration and the spherical Gaussian surface as shown in the figure. while calculating the flux of the electrical field over the spherical surface, the electrical field will be due to what they have asked is, or what they have given is, what they have given it out as 1 minute. So they have given it out as Q2 only positive charges, all the charges, and plus Q1 and minus Q1, not Q2, it should be Q1. Okay, let us consider how you can able to get, or what is the answer. See, when you are calculating the electrical flux, the electrical flux available is calculated using the total charges available inside what? Inside the Gaussian surface. But if you are calculating, now flux is not asked, you are asked to calculate the electrical field will be, the electrical field due to a Gaussian surface is due, or the electrical field in a Gaussian surface is due to all the charges that are being present, whether inside or outside. So the answer should be C, that is all the charges. So I can write the solution like this: while calculating, while calculating the flux, we have to consider what? We have to consider only the charges inside. Calculating the flux, see, we have to consider the charges, inside Gaussian surface, and the charges available outside the Gaussian surface won't contribute any flux. If so, in this case, flux will be equal to 0. But what it is asked, but when you are considering the electrical field, when you are considering or taking the electrical field on the Gaussian surface, electrical field on the Gaussian surface, it is due to electrical field on the Gaussian surface, then it is due to all the charges available, So whether it is inside and outside, the charges that is available inside and outside. So what is the option? So answer is option C. That is, due to all the charges we can able to get what? Due to all the charges we can able to get the electrical field on the Gaussian surface. This we are considering it as question number 6. This is also asked in advanced question paper IIT in the year 2004.